also that I don't know how she thought of this message or who thought of this message, what kind of substances they may have used to just creatively bring this up. Like,
she is sexualizing the mic and the stand.
This message, I guess.
Can see myself head banging with her.
Banging?
No.
Probably.
No.
Were you too quick to say no?
Hello everyone. Hi friends. Welcome back to another episode of Eurovision is My Religion, a podcast with four friends who enjoy some chaotic banter. Let that banter flow. Don't take themselves too seriously. Don't take Eurovision too seriously. So please don't take us too seriously either.
Or do, whatever.
Or do.
We appreciate that. Yeah, we're serious.
Whatever you think about us, let us know. So, we survived another Super Saturday. 5 more countries selected their songs. We now know what Ireland, Ukraine, Finland, Latvia, and Malta will be sending to Basel this year. And today we shall cover 4 of those countries: Ireland, Ukraine, Finland, and Latvia. Let's leave Malta for next week, maybe. Right, let's dive in. And I suggest let's start with Ireland, the country that had their national final on Friday. Their national final is part of their late show, so they don't have a dedicated show.
How late is the show? That is late.
late.
It's rather late. It's
late.
Yeah, it's late. They said it twice.
10 p.m. or something.
Maybe 9. Yeah.
Oh, that is late for the 30-year-olds.
And every time around this year, they have this Eurosong special where they select their song. And I guess the fact that it's part of a late show. I saw a funny comment on Reddit. Someone watching maybe in a country like Poland or even further east was saying, well, in my time zone, this counts as a late show. Late show.
Late.
So I guess before we jump in, we previously already discussed that this year the sound mixing and sound quality in general really improved. Probably Bambifag really set the bar higher, so they're trying a bit more. But clearly, they're still just working in a studio of a TV show rather than a dedicated show for Eurovision national selection, right? So,
and it really stands out when you start watching other national selections. Like, we're gonna talk about Finland, but they just seem to have like a stadium out there. Like, it's like proper show, like, you know, Taylor Swift-esque concert. So
exactly.
Ireland compares, I guess, differently in that sense.
Ireland does best they can, and this year they selected.
Could be worse. Let's not forget Moldova.
It can always be worse.
We will never forget Moldova.
Rest in peace, Moldova. So this year, Ireland selected a Norwegian singer singing about a dead Soviet dog, which is an interesting combo. This Norwegian singer is named Emmy, and she won Eurosong with her song "Like a Party."
I love it. I love the part.
Like a party.
Like a party.
I only realized this today, that it's like a party.
I guess let's listen and react.
Yay.
People say it's simplistic dancing, but I kind of respect it.
It's the kind of dancing I can do.
Yeah, everyone can do it.
Very, very 2000s HB vibes.
Sent away and she was on her own. I mean, if you listen to the lyrics, it's rather sad.
Yeah, when you think about that.
I cannot see it.
Yeah.
Party in the sky.
These notes are clear and strong. She can sing, that's for sure.
She can sing, yeah. That's not an issue.
She has that Barbie girl vocal.
Yeah. You may or may not like her baby voice,
but
she's a Barbie girl.
Yes, Aqua. Yes.
Aqua.
Yeah.
Easiness.
The only thing that I'm considering that she's not dancing a lot, she's singing great. If she adds some dance, which I hope she will have to do something on the stage beyond just walking around, can she still sing?
I think she can. she's quite experienced.
Feel conflicted dancing to these lyrics. I hope I never die. Like what? Like no, I didn't feel good dancing to it.
Is she singing like a I hope I never die?
I hope Laika never died.
Oh, like
I hope
never
like
died.
never
Yes.
Oh, I heard. I hope I never
No.
die.
She's
hope
not.
That's what I
never
sing
died.
in the evenings.
It's wishful dreams about that dog.
You know, this part it's where I would love them to do
Something.
like a more of a iconic viral dancing, and I love
Nice
this key
tone
change.
change,
Key
yeah.
change. Love that one.
Nice.
But it is a really, really, really early 2000s. Even the voice, everything carries through.
But she is singing clean, like Katrina said. Or Simona said.
Katrina.
Or maybe Gerda said. Or maybe
One of
Ovi
you,
said.
one of you.
But again,
you
she's not
woman.
moving a
One of
lot.
you.
What do you think about Emmy and her party in the sky?
Slightly conflicted about the message. No.
I would like to understand the message. What is the message?
The message is that it's sad that Laika died, and let's reimagine a world where it's she, right? She didn't die. Because it's sad.
I think the generous interpretation is that it's like a celebration of the memory. That it's like, this stray dog, which is a random dog, ascended to the orbit, and now it's occupies a legendary status, and maybe anybody can rise like that. But it also died. That's the reality. So maybe this is wishful thinking. How useful it is, I don't know. Optimism or delusion?
We went very philosophical with this.
Well, it is. Isn't it a song like this?
I'll say one thing. I'm very happy it's not yet another song about love or female empowerment, because I think we have enough of those.
Love,
And-
not peace, peace.
And finding a topic which is so different and so you could
It's
say
random. It's random.
I appreciate that. I appreciate an original topic. However, the message that you just described, August, I wish they found a way to represent it in a more meaningful way. At the moment, the song, for me, feels a little bit childish, just like Luxembourg, another song that could participate in the Junior Eurovision. And I think the kids, the children watching Eurovision will love it. I think they will be, Laika in the sky, and it's very catchy, very simple, very
They probably don't know what Laika is.
They probably don't even know what Laika is. So they want to think about, all those animals that the Soviets killed in their experimentation. So they will love
Or
it.
Cold War.
Exactly. But
might
how
not
could
think
we
about it.
introduce something in the song that could also give another layer to it and make it a little bit more meaningful? Actually something that we would feel that, okay, this is paying tribute to Laika and those animals. This isn't just a jokey party bop.
I think at the moment, if you just watch it straight, like without context, also maybe with not huge understanding of, again, Cold War and what happened, and, I feel like you wouldn't get the whole meaning at all in the way that it's showcased on stage. We're just dancing around, not dancing that much, generally speaking, but sort of have some dance moves and just singing that. And I don't see message at all at the moment. So I don't know how to bring out that message if that's what she sort of meaning to say. Also, that I don't know how she thought of this message or who thought of this message, what kind of substances they may have used to just creatively bring this up. Like, I mean, people are just so creative. I mean, I'm not creative at
I don't
all,
know
clearly.
what they do in these songwriting camps. But
I don't know.
There are exercises where, you just, brainstorm.
It
the
must
most
be
random things.
or one of those exercises where everybody writes a word on a piece of
Yes.
paper and they put together, and it's
And
like
you
a
start
Yeah.
switching.
because how do you come up? I honestly cannot comprehend. And I know it's because of many things that people will comment on why, but I'm so surprised that somebody came up with this concept.
You know what? Slightly off topic, but I remembered a poem that I had to write in high school. Not in high school, I think, in I don't know what I call it, in school. And we had to write a poem, and I wrote it about the sheep that got cloned, called Dolly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like I am on that kind of pathway where I could write a song about a random animal that made history.
That went through a unique experience.
Yeah. I feel like I'm on the same wavelength as Emmy and her songwriters.
Nice. But what could we do to make it a bit more meaningful? I was thinking, Netherlands last
Not
year.
giving any chance for us to comment on. I was thinking.
Yeah, I'll give an example, and maybe you have some other examples.
Rhetorical question.
Actually, I just wanted to tell you what you could do.
What could we?
So if Emmy's listening,
Please, Emmy, listen to me. The Netherlands last year, many people also might have thought it was a joke entry, but Joost, am I pronouncing?
Yes. Joost the ghost.
He made sure that the audience understands that there is a deeper meaning to the message by showing the picture of his parents at the end. Maybe there is something like that.
And the lyrics as well, from me to my parents.
Yeah. So maybe there is something like that where Emmy could... There is that famous picture of Laika in the rocket ship, right? That we probably all seen in all the history books. Maybe something like that could appear. So it's just a little bit more real and not as detached from the reality.
there was
the
not
horrors.
a single Lycus picture on the performance, generally speaking, isn't it?
Yeah, just some
where-
animated dogs and dog bones. It's just
Yeah.
a bit too silly.
It was also, I think, in your song, there was that kind of slower part where he's kind of remembering his parents.
At the
also,
end,
there
yeah.
was a shot kind of with the house on fire. So maybe it's not just the visual, maybe the song needs to be kind
The
of
tempo change.
like it needs to be broken in parts so we can keep the fun dance kind of party song, but also kind of bring that meaning in the end or
And
in
also,
the middle.
your song was so much more complex as well
Oh, yeah.
than this. Yeah. I mean, you have to give it to that, and the performance was really changing
Yeah. No,
both
you cannot
initially
compare
and
the
later.
songs and
So I think there's multiple things that maybe performance needs.
No, you
But I'm
cannot.
just using
change
that
it.
example that
Yeah.
maybe it's something missing. How
It's
you can kind
true.
of slow down the pace.
If there was some break that slowed it to somehow reflect the loneliness out in space and some more serious moment, and then she overcomes that with some positivity, maybe that's a message. But
And she has great
right now
voice.
it's
She could
constant.
do a slower moment. Yeah.
She could have acoustic long note.
Yeah.
And but I mean, you cannot deny that this is an airworm, and you will not forget the song easily.
Like a party.
We kind of talked about a few of the contestants this year that we kind of listened to and then immediately forgot.
Yeah, you don't know the melody.
That's not an issue here.
No,
So I feel like it made you well, but
I'm
some
not the
people,
biggest fan of the song, but it's stuck in
Yeah.
my head, living rent
it's
free.
impossible to forget, I would say.
Yeah, very, very, very
Like
catchy.
Laika.
Like a party in your head.
Yeah.
I guess another thing we can just mention that Emmy initially took the song to the Norway's national selection, MGP, and it got rejected. So controversy. So instead, she tried her luck in Ireland and obviously succeeded. As far as I know, a lot of people are saying that Norway's selection or the candidates to be sent to Basel this year are not the strongest. So it will be quite ironic if Emmy, the MGP reject, ends up scoring higher than whoever will represent Norway this year.
I'm sure we'll get to that, but I would be interested to compare how, because Norway, they do such good selections, like not a strong year in Norway may still be a very strong year in other countries. So it would be interesting to see like how weak can the kind of selection be to kind of...
Yeah, we'll see. I'm rather excited for their national selection. Of course, we'll get to it in a week's time, I think, or 2 weeks. But August, you will appreciate this. You remember Vigvam from 2005?
Of course.
They are back.
What?
Yeah,
They're still
Remember
alive.
something from 2005?
They're still there. They're still kicking.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So but we'll get back to that in the next episode or so. So I guess to wrap up, not Norway, Ireland. how do we feel about Emmy's chances to qualify? How well do we feel she'll do in the final if she does qualify?
Maybe if she invents some dance that's catchy and it catches on, perhaps that could inspire.
If she's surrounded by ballads and kind of really brings people out into this party, maybe. But
Yeah.
otherwise, again, not my...
Simona doesn't seem too enthusiastic.
I think unless she really pulls something for the performance part, I feel like it will come down as a joke song. It might be underappreciated and just not get to the final. Unless it's like something special. I just think, you need to get to the airborne part. And the first 20 seconds, once sort of the current performance and how it's done, I don't think it gets people. I can see myself rolling my eyes and walking away from the TV unless there is something that catches me straight away. Because the sound is sort of old school and that sometimes doesn't go well these days. And the performance, there wasn't anything sort of that made me like, oh, I need to continue watching this. Like, for example, we talked about Albania or other countries, and you have such charismatic sort of performances that you don't need a lot, and just the person and the charisma that is coming through just captivates you, and I don't get it here.
Okay. For me, it reminds me of kind of three pre-Bambi Thug Ireland's performances. So there was that band dressed in like
golden, shimmering.
Yeah, there was
We Are the World.
Brooke Shields, which actually the song that I liked, but it's kind of this like pop basic kind of entry that does not stand out and kind of the Eurovision. It's not kind of polished, worked on enough to really go through at this stage. But obviously it can be improved. Obviously, badly.
But it's more weird than those songs. It's less generic, I guess. The message is strange. But the sound maybe is consistent. It's like poppy,
the sound
poppy,
is
poppy,
very
poppy,
2000s, Aqua, Barbie Girl, kind of Dr. Jones melody.
How many typical, TV viewers will always get the message unless it's explicitly said?
Yeah, probably not many will get the message. I think this will have a huge support from the younger audience. I can see kids asking their parents to vote for Laika, and they will be like dancing around.
Kids these days can vote themselves.
So true. Kids these days have the mobile phones themselves.
So many participants are competing for this kids vote.
Yes.
They are months.
How much does the kids vote? What's the magnitude of the kids vote? Is it?
No
Could it be a grand
it's like
slam?
a big market that we
Like
should
40% of the vote.
And yeah, we'll see. I guess if she goes to the final, and I think she will. I see her in direct competition with Luxembourg a little bit. Even their chorus, like they're both singing na 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 la 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 la.
Also, color scheme very similar, kind of pink.
Yeah. Okay, moving on to Ukraine in their national selection with beer. They selected Zifferblatt with their song "Bird of Prey." For some of the Eurovision fans, Zifferblatt is no new name. They participated last year as well, where they came second. This year was very successful for them, and they won the selection and will represent Ukraine. I guess what's quite special about Ukraine more generally is that they normally see Eurovision as a platform for important messages and a platform for cultural diplomacy. And their choice this year,
soft power.
Exactly, soft power. Their choice this year is no exception. Zifferblatt is coming to Basel with an important message about the loved ones having to leave home, but hoping they would be back. They would come back just like the birds, right? They sometimes have to leave you, but they are always coming back home. Hence the song is called Bird of Prey.
Not Bird of Prey.
Yeah, prey with an A rather than E.
So an inversion.
Yeah,
exactly. A hopeful bird.
Yeah.
Not
killing bird.
the killing bird.
That's it. Yeah. So Zifferblatt won the public vote and they came second with the juries. So both the public and the juries like them quite a bit. I guess let's listen and see what we think about the song.
Strong voice straight away.
Nice intro.
Nice fake grass. I just don't understand the clothing and sort of, is it like a Beatles times or something?
Yes,
Is that's the reference?
Feels very 70s inspired. The type of rock
flowers,
they are
yeah.
playing and the clothing.
Yeah.
They had a name for it, some sort of Moustache Rock or something.
Isn't it
I read
psychedelic rock? Or like alternative rock? No?
I mean, maybe, but I think they specifically spoke about it.
Did they?
But the singer doesn't have a mustache, so
Yeah, but this, I don't know.
What's the trick here?
Maybe I'm hallucinating.
I mean,
Maybe this is psychedelic rock.
the staging, I wouldn't be
Maybe
surprised.
it's working. I thought they looked really stylish. That's my notes for preparation.
I weirdly like the staging. I mean, it looks out of place, but I kind of vibed with it. I don't know why.
I like this part when we're like coming to the main part.
The more mellow bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of plastic flowers. No surprise here. But I guess the staging.
I'm sorry they couldn't grow real flowers on stage.
They should have.
The real flowers could be placed there.
Yeah.
Don't have to grow on stage permanently.
But I guess it represents the land, right? The land where the birds or the loved ones would come back to.
The notes are very... It's not a pop song, right? It's like jazzy and strange. Do you think it's maybe too jazzy to get many votes? It's like that Portugal entry when you...
Which one? The Mambo?
Yeah, Mambo.
That's a good comparison. It's way more rocky though.
And Ukraine is so good with like staging and performance and making an impact. So I wouldn't be surprised when they all come together and pull
Exactly.
the performance. They could really lift it.
These are like the colors of the Ukraine flag, right? Appearing in the background.
flag, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't really see it in this shot, but yeah, I can see.
So, what do we think?
I think it looks very pretty. All of it. The costumes, the colors. He looks charismatic and comfortable, and it sounds crisp. It looks like good quality production, but I'm not sure if it conveys the message. Like Simona, you said, if it's clear about this hope and people that you long for and the bird of love, not killing bird. I don't know if it's clear.
Yeah, probably not. Even though they sing a fair part of song in English.
I didn't catch that. They were singing in English.
Yeah, you
I
don't
suppose
really
their
catch
name
it.
is in English, yeah?
Yeah. I think it's nice, clear, crisp sound, quality product, as you say, August. I like the song. I think it's a bit too niche for an average Eurovision viewer. I think it will qualify and will do okay because it's Ukraine. But to be completely honest, if this was like Slovenia sending like that,
Or Latvia.
Yeah.
Sounds like
or
Latvia would
sending
send something like that.
I don't think it
Yeah.
would qualify.
No.
That's what I'm slightly conflicted about. I agree that it's kind of quality, it sounds nice, but for me, most of the Ukrainian performances had some kind of traditional edge, either like Shum or Alona and Jerry Hale last year. It's kind of, they bring in this kind of folk tradition that I kind of really liked, and the song is missing that. So, you couldn't take some of their previous songs and have any country represent them with that song, right? Like you couldn't export that kind of performance because it's very Ukrainian. I feel like this could represent any country and I wouldn't be able to tell Other than the language, it doesn't really.
I almost missed the last 2 minutes you said because Shum started playing in my head. But yeah, I agree with the
Thank
point.
you.
It's missing.
Yes,
Thank you for
same.
appreciating my great contributions to this podcast.
I also didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
Shum, say.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I think
Shum trigger.
Say yes.
I would agree with the sentiment, but I'm thinking that have you not noticed in how many national selections now you have all these motives, multiple songs with sort of the motives really coming out? Do you not think that Ukraine is usually quite ahead of a curve? They realize that they've done a lot of these songs with these motives. We need to kind of switch it up, change it up, set a new trend or something like that. That is actually, I think it's a nice thing that they are not pulling that in just because we've done quite a few of them. And I really enjoyed them. But now you watch national selections and multiple songs in one final, you know, with sort of similar motives and stuff like that and following the trend. I feel like maybe Ukraine is doing a good thing, sort of sending something new a little bit.
Something fresh. Potentially.
There is a little bit of this traditional chanting in the beginning, right? The women.
The women singing.
That's them. That's their sort of national.
I'm not aware.
Yeah, in the beginning.
I like her voice. Such a crisp, clear, angelic voice. Like really adds something beautiful to the song.
And I think online the band had something to say that it's apparently related to Ukraine's in the 70s music influences of this sort of what I called Moustache Rock. I could be hallucinating, but something that they said was national to their history somehow, but maybe it's a stretch. It's not
I feel
clear.
overall in those years the Beatles and sort of that type of music was flourishing, that type of clothing was flourishing, the message of peace was flourishing as well. So I think I'm not sure if it's a Ukrainian alone
was
thing.
it flourishing in Soviet Union? I don't know.
Yeah.
No. But I think I maybe listened to a similar thing because exactly they said that Ukraine, even back in those decades, they tried to listen to a lot of that Western music, and that those influences were felt in the Ukrainian music, like Beatles and all those bands.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I maybe we were reading something similar or listened to something similar.
Good.
Yeah, so that's Ukraine. We think it will qualify because it's Ukraine and it has 100% qualification record.
It does?
100%.
Yeah.
The only country that has never failed to qualify to the final.
In all of time.
In all of time.
That they participated in.
Yeah.
I think they will qualify because they will improve a performance, and if a song doesn't capture, the performance will capture you. So not just because if it's Ukraine, I think they just know how to do Eurovision, know how to convey a message, and we'll play that.
It already looks good.
Yeah. It's a decent performance. I think it will qualify.
Nice. Good luck, Ukraine. All right. Next, we have Finland.
Who's coming?
Who's coming to Eurovision with Erika Wickman, who won UMK, the Finnish national selection, with her song Ich komme. I guess before we dive into reactions and how we feel about the song, let's check it out once again and see what we feel about it.
What a strong start.
Strong look.
Don't comment about the look, Gerda.
I love the look.
Focus on the message.
Who speaks German in here? Or Ich komme, is it not German?
It is German.
It means I'm coming.
It just means I'm coming.
All right, okay. The song just opened in new ways for me.
And see how she looks at the mic here.
Yeah.
She is sexualizing the mic and the stand.
This message, I guess.
And look at this drop. It's good to have something that the fans can shout to.
Oh, can you imagine being in the arena when the song goes?
I really cannot. It's too expensive.
The arena will go wild for this.
Do you think it's subtle enough for children?
It's not subtle, but thankfully most children will not understand Finnish.
Yeah, but the pole and her riding it?
I don't think she'll be performing in the first half.
Yeah. that's the performance to close the show.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. I really love this sort of going into so powerful.
She's so charismatic.
Yeah.
No need for any dancers. She just carries the whole thing herself.
And it's a big
the whole
stage.
thing.
She
Yeah.
carries the whole stage and the
Yeah,
arena.
easily.
Many steps taken for over there for her.
The
She
chanting
looks like a rock star.
in the background sounds powerful.
The chanting, yeah.
And it's sort of a mixture of, I suppose, sexiness, but then also like powerful moves at the same time. Like it's quite an interesting combination.
She's not a doll.
No, and making the snow.
She's in control.
Imagine her playing after Luxembourg. That would be quite a change. Oh yeah,
And we are on a huge mic.
yeah. Owning that
Is that
mic.
a big mic?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very big
Oh
mic.
my god!
Not that size matters, you know.
Wow, that's a
but that one is big.
that is quite big. I have to say.
And Mama, I have a
Erica.
question for you straight away. Do you think the song climax as well?
Ah yeah.
She's speechless. I think she's lost for words.
This
That's the
song,
first.
this song represents how I imagine climax happening. So
Imagine. Never happened to her.
Right, so before we share our opinions about this memorable performance, just very quickly, in Finland's national selection, 25% of the votes come from the juries. And the rest come from the public. So public has way more say than the juries. Juries preferred Goldilocks, but the public vote was a landslide, and Erika Wickman won.
and I can see why.
And I can see why as well.
Captivating.
Was Erica second with the juries, or
She was second with the juries, which is, you know what, like maybe looking at a song and the message, you might think, oh, might not be jury's cup of tea.
but she sings well?
But she sings
But she's-
well,
yeah.
and jury
Yeah.
supported it.
Because I remember
Energetic.
last year, Windows 95 Man were last with the juries, and then got so much support from the public that they ended up fast. So I thought maybe something similar happened here, but but no, she was strong with the juries.
Exactly. But what is unbelievable, you just said she sings well, and she does. But apparently this was Erika in her panic mode because
She was sick, wasn't? No,
her
sorry.
earpiece didn't work well.
Okay.
Her earpiece, the sound was set too low, so she couldn't hear herself properly, and she was just trying her best given the circumstances. And this was
That's her trying
the
her
result.
best?
So imagine if the earpiece was working properly. So probably some of those notes could be even sharper and clearer and even more impressive. Right, I guess I also appreciate that this is going to be the first woman to represent Finland since 2018.
Okay.
It has been a while. And the final little thing about Erika herself, she's certainly not afraid of spicy topics in her songs.
Yeah, couldn't have told you that myself. Wasn't really clear from her performance. Yeah, didn't come across that well.
She is already known to many Eurovision fans as in 2020, she also participated in UMK with her song Cicciolina. If you have never heard about Cicciolina before, she is a Hungarian-Italian porn star who became a member of the parliament in Italy. So lived a very, very interesting life. And in the 80s, when just before, maybe a bit after she was the member of parliament, she offered to have sex with Saddam Hussein in return for the peace in the region.
Peacekeeping missions like you've never seen before.
So that's kind of character. And
Outside the
so-
box.
It's when you ask, like, have you really tried everything?
So in 2020, Erika's song wasn't about Cicciolina's life per se, but it was a message about brave women who live boldly, who are not afraid of their sexuality, and what others think of them. And the fans in 2020 were outraged that Erika didn't win. So this year, obviously, fans are very, very happy that she will finally represent Finland. What do you think about the song?
I think some of us are also happy, right? That's what I've gathered from the reactions so far.
Erica's song is very relatable.
In terms of the climaxing message or anything.
I just really support her message. And I think, you know how we talk about sort of powerful women on stage and Eurovision, and we've seen quite a few performances over the last years. This feels very authentic and different.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I think you need in Eurovision if you are to do such kind of performance. And I feel like also last year's Finland's performance, which was obviously very entertaining as well as a sort of jokey side. But this is done with like the whole package. It's entertaining. It's sort of funny in some ways.
Yep.
And it has good vocals, good charisma. You go, girl.
Full package. Yeah.
I'm not sure if I should say
I
girl.
wanted to ask you, which part did you find funny? Because you mentioned this before, and
her standing on a giant
Yeah.
microphone and that's exploding. It is meant to be sort of comedic, I think.
And even at the beginning, when she's
I mean,
looking
in
at the
comparison
mic
to
and
last
her-
year's Finland, which was like the whole performance was comedy. For me, this is a performance.
Yeah,
like I
but
don't think
this
it's
is
like a
more
joke.
subtle, and I feel like it's even sometimes better when it's like
and
that.
she's so brave, she's empowered, but she's also not taking herself too seriously. She's
Yeah, I
not
agree with
trying
that.
to be sexy for a male gaze. I'm not sure what you think about this, August.
Of course, it
Because
turns on me.
You, a man, again, with your
Yes.
opinions nobody asked for.
A lot of these divas with dance breaks are trying to be sexy, and she's not trying to be sexy for men. She's just herself. She's powerful. She's empowered.
Yeah.
That's how it feels for me.
She does look like she's comfortable in her own skin and just happy to be there and enjoying the moment. And like she's moving, she drops the mic at one point, sings something and drops it. So it's like, this motion, it's not very... she's not trying to like be pretty and impress.
Yes.
She's just going with it.
I can see myself head banging with her.
Banging?
No?
Probably.
Were you
If
too
it-
quick to say no?
But you're right.
There was a long pause, Olga, after you asked that question. We were considering.
I will consider all invitations,
Nothing is...
but I wasn't meaning that at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. She looks very comfortable in her own skin. She looks very charismatic.
And in that leather skin.
Authentic. I mean, I kind of feel bad for other performers this year who are also going with the same message of like, oh, I'm a strong, powerful woman or a strong,
because
independent
this
woman.
is gonna...
Because this doesn't come across as like fake or like trying. So it's very hard to compete with that even if you are a strong, independent woman, if you don't come across as it like naturally, it's going to be very hard to compete with Erica.
So you think this will naturally grab the strong, independent woman vote?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She grabbed mine.
My only concern after last year is that there was a lot of outrage around Olli Alexander's performance, which was kind of very sexualized, and a lot of kind of dissatisfaction with kind of that kind of theme. I worry, not that I'm saying that it's going to happen, but I worry that some people might perceive it that way.
She is riding a pole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the visuals are as in-your-face sexualized.
Well,
but
it's not the final performance, right? Like, I don't think
True.
she's gonna go more modest. I think if she's gonna change it, she's gonna go harder. And
She
Dress up a
might, she
little bit.
might, yeah. So for
Cover
now,
her legs.
Cover her legs.
let's see, for now, visuals are not too in your face, but the lyrics are very in your face.
They're a bit on your face.
They are, they are. I looked at the translation.
Look at us blushing. Oh, Erica.
So she literally says, I am Erica, you have got stamina, hit on me again, grab my ass, and when you want some love again, shout encore, and baby, I'm coming. And then this chorus keeps saying, I'm coming,
I
I'm
like
coming.
it. It's subtle. It's subtle.
Yeah.
It's very subtle.
It's subtle.
And then she
It's
says,
difficult to
Can't
pick out
really
the
tell
meaning,
that
really.
it's like
Yeah.
a bit sexual.
so the chorus goes, I'm coming, and Erica goes, and again, when you come, you scream. The chorus, I'm coming, and Erica goes, and I can't help but cry, I'm coming. I'm coming, and Erica goes,
Good.
and we come together.
I'm not actually sure that the message is very clear. It's very subtle, really hard to pick out the
They need
theme.
to do some staging to
to
elevate
really
the message because it's not really clear.
Yeah, so obviously this can close the show, by the time all kids are in their beds.
Does she sing the whole song in German, or is it part Finnish, part German?
It's all Finnish other than Ich komme.
Okay.
That's the only part in German. Yeah. Another thought I had is that it's perfect for the 69th Eurovision Song Contest.
Good thought.
Good thought.
Good observation.
I had a kind of maybe interesting observation, but I looked at the last few years how Finland performed in the final, kind of what places they got, and it's very kind of so they qualified, I think, every year since COVID, but it's very kind of either bottom of the table or kind of very kind of front of the pack. So I think they had like 22nd, 6th, 17th, 2nd, kind of like this up and down movement. And I think this year they're due for like a kind of front position because I mean, it's just how the pattern works, but I also think they're sending a very strong song and already, I think, doing well in the odds, even though the odds are
Interesting. It's either the top or the bottom, right?
Yeah. And
The front or the back?
now she might be the top.
Yeah,
she'll be on top.
She'll be on
I think
she's on
honestly,
top.
I think she'll pick what she wants to do.
She does whatever she wants. Sometimes on top.
She's giving me top vibes.
She's on top of that mic in the end.
Yeah.
And it's a great prop. And UK 2021 trumpet. Take notes. That's how you do
How
great
to
props.
use your props.
That's how you use your props. Okay, so I guess our predictions for Finland are pretty clear. It's going for the top.
It's coming.
It's coming home, baby.
Finally, the last song we shall discuss and react to today is Latvia. In their national selection called Supernova, they selected a band called Tautumeitas with their song Burman Laimi. Tautumeitas, in case you are wondering what it means, it's basically a Latvian word to refer to women dressed in national costumes.
Okay.
And Burman Laimi means bring me or summon me happiness or joy.
I think we could have translated that.
Pretty much.
It sounds like Lithuanian.
Close enough, exactly. Right, let's listen to the song.
What a beautiful staging.
This is magical.
Crazy. It's enchanting.
Very fairy like.
Yeah, a very Baltic chant.
Sounds modern.
I mean, the stage is insane. So creative.
Good insane. When you say that,
Sorry?
it's good insane, right?
No, sorry. It's insanely well done.
Yeah.
Very creative, very...
If you really tried, you could compare it to Spain's Ayaya. She also had something similar, but it's
not
a different
within the
vibe.
same context.
Yeah, it's
Bianca
different. It's used
Paloma?
differently. Yeah, exactly.
This looks like a storm in the night.
Yeah.
It looks really good. Like
It's almost like you're watching final Eurovision performance.
it's final quality. Like they bring this to the final, and I would be like, yep, happy.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for a melody that I can follow.
I do agree.
It's like 5 voices and chorus and all messy, and
It's hard without understanding the words or anything to sort of pick up what's the melody.
it feels like it's still the intro of the song, but it's already half the song gone.
Good point.
I like this part.
Opa.
That's very, very nice.
Are we picking up what they're saying?
Such cool moves.
Yeah.
They could
Nobody's
synchronize
listening to
even more.
Yogis anymore. We are so captivated by
We're
the...
entranced.
It's such beautiful harmonies as well.
Oh, I thought it was gonna explode here, but they just
Went a different
went
direction.
subtle. Oh, but they're coming back.
Ooh, this is the explosion.
Very, very happy that this is the first time Latvia will send a fully Latvian song since 2004.
Wow. Okay.
They've been afraid to
Of
present
themselves.
their culture themselves almost for so long.
Of their parents.
Maybe maybe it's not that deep. I'm sure they're not afraid of themselves.
Of their shadow.
Yeah.
No, but very happy to hear Latvian. I guess for us as Lithuanians, it's beautiful to see some Baltic culture and Baltic chanting represented as well. Maybe that's why we connect with that song.
Yeah, maybe that's the
quite well.
melody. No, 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 it's only-
Beautiful.
The whole performance feels very pagan, and I love
Very
it.
pagan.
It's very kind of,
But in a good, authentic way, not just bringing a melody or a sound from sort of folklore, but actually making a whole performance, the whole show captivating around it. I feel like it really stands out. It's not just,
It's not a
everybody wants
stylistic choice
folklore
to, like,
now.
fake,
Not you just throw it because you kind of have to.
Kitsch.
It's big now.
Exactly, yeah.
It's actually done. It's
It is
such a nice way.
authentic because the band Tautumeitas, this is type of music they sing naturally, so they're not trying to be someone
Yes,
who they are
yeah.
not. They are singing this folk
That is
music.
so nice as well.
That's their vibe.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
Yeah. And I like that they bring this like modern feel as well, and it doesn't feel forced. Like they just kind of meshed the two genres together. It kind of comes together really nice, and it's not like a predictable song
Yeah.
where you kind of chorus, kind of bridge, etc. It kind of feels like this one uniform piece.
Exactly.
Piece of art.
Exactly. It's that. And August, I guess you're right. There is no like easy melodies to repeat, but I find this piece of art is like chant so. I immerse myself into the song. I feel like I'm in some sort of fantasy avatar world, taken for an adventure. Like I don't know,
Avatar
I really feel
or
it.
ACOTAR.
Either.
Let's take ACOTAR.
It takes me
More
for an
apps.
adventure.
August is not even engaging in the conversation. He's being ignored at the moment.
Finally,
What
my
is it?
ACOTAR
Is it,
joke
like,
made it.
is it some women app?
Yeah, we will discuss it later.
Okay.
Period tracking, yeah.
guess-
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But
I guess I mentioned Avatar in this case because they are referencing the nature quite a lot, the strength of the oak, and
you could say that the strings, the connecting trees,
the
with
strings,
Avatar.
and like don't you,
communion.
when you watch the performance, it feels like they're taking you through different elements. Like there's rain and there's fire, so that's why
I
it feels
forgot
like
about the
Avatar.
rain. It started with rain.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And there was that storm in the night.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I loved it.
love it.
I think I would agree with some of August's comments as well that I think music-wise and song-wise, the start of a song probably is not exactly for me. I really start enjoying it once sort of the beat drops a little bit and some more electronic music appears. That part is just fantastic and I really enjoy that part. Probably the first part is not exactly my taste, but it's just the performance makes it captivating regardless. You like the song itself or not, it's just done so well that I just couldn't stop watching the whole thing. And then when that beat started, there was like a cherry on the top that, oh, now I like the music part as well. It's great. Love it.
The only thing I would change, even though, as we said, I think it's Eurovision ready, as you said, maybe something in their outfits, these accessories on the head could be slightly changed. They at the moment look a little bit cheap. I think that could be improved, but it's a minor thing, and they have.
We spent a lot of
time.
money on all the other stuff, so
Yeah, as I said with Belgium, I'll take it. I'll
Oh,
take
yeah,
the slight costume imperfections
It's
if
super
if
minor.
you get this kind of
How
performance.
dare you insult national Latvian wear? This is authentic.
I think
This
it's
is exactly it. And you insulted the
I
soul.
think it's a national fairy wear.
I think people in the comments Let's go after this. This
Disrespectful.
this woman gaggling.
Okay, let's. Right. So to wrap up.
Anyway.
To wrap up, is Latvia making it to the final? Are they doing well?
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I mean, August, I don't know if you agree, because
I agree.
we just kind of overpowered this
In which
discussion.
semi-final are they? Are they in UK?
They are in the semi-final with us, with Lithuania, if I remember correctly.
it's
UK
clear.
then.
So you
Yeah.
can
And the
vote for
UK.
them.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm just taking a note because unless they change it and somehow ruin it, I one of the performances that I really want to vote for.
Yeah. Second semi-final, first half, just like
So
Lithuania.
just to go
yeah.
with
Fantastic.
Lithuania.
Yeah.
Now we're separated. Brothers. Broliukas.
Lucas.
Okay, I guess next week we will see if our final Baltic brother Estonia will join us in the final.
We are not sure whether we are joining Latvia in the final.
We might not join, but
I'm sure.
the Latvia will be there.
We will vote.
Okay, I guess with that, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Please subscribe. Please let us know what you think about the songs that we discussed today. And we shall see you next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.